We're going to start with bands on, Jen, if you want to get it on. Might help if I shared the sound with you. Just maybe. There we go. All right. And then get your booty band on. We're gonna start with bands on. Whew. Oh. All right, go ahead and get started. Welcome to Booty Bootcamp. Go ahead and get your booty band on above the knees if you have it. We're gonna start with some nice and easy band squats. Take these nice and slow. Nice big exhale when you push up. Inhale when you go down. Start to get a little bit lower as those hips get warmed up. And you can add a little more tension to your band if you need to. And then let's come down. We're gonna pulse it out for 5. Not too long here. And then go ahead and come up. Just a couple of tiny little hip circles. I know you have that band on. It might not go very far. You can also do some ankle rolls. We're gonna do some glute kickbacks. Grab onto your wall. If you need a little extra support or a chair, you can grab your foam roller in front of you. We're just gonna lift that slightly bent right leg back a few times. Keeping your weight in your left leg. Try to keep all 4 corners of that foot on the ground. Couple more. All right, shake it out. Go to the other side. Shift your weight into your right leg. Left leg comes up and back. Keep those toes pointed down towards the ground or curled up towards your calf. Let's go 8, 9, and 10. Shake that out. We're gonna do a standing fire hydrant. So you're gonna switch your weight back into your left foot. Bring that right heel up. So your leg's about 90 degrees. And then we're gonna lift out to the side. And standing up nice and straight. You can slightly hinge forward if you need to for a little better core activation, or if you just need a little bit more support in that low back. Yeah, no shame in holding on to something. This is kind of what it looks like from the front. Try to keep that heel tucked as much as you can. One more here. All right, then we're gonna switch sides. Bend the knee and then lift up and out to the side. Try to think about lifting right where that top of your leg attaches to your pelvis. Doesn't have to be a very big movement. Let's go 9 and 10. All right, shake it out. Go ahead and grab your weights if you have them. If you want them, you can leave the band on or you can take it off. I will give you that option. We're gonna do a front or shoulder loaded squat. So 2 options, you can bring the weights up to your shoulders or you can kind of hold them slightly out in front of you with your palms facing in. We're gonna drop the booty back and down. Keeping that weight in front of you or at your shoulders is gonna make it a little bit harder. If that's not comfortable for you, you can bring it down into that suitcase squat. You had a kettlebell or a medicine ball, that might also be more comfortable. Or you could just hold one dumbbell at your chest. You can see I kind of have them resting a little bit on my shoulders, kind of right on that clavicle. Let's go, 9 and 10. If you've got a little bit lighter weight, you can add a few more reps here if you want. If it's feeling pretty heavy, go ahead and take a little longer rest. Bring it down, shake it off. We're gonna do that 2 more times. We're not supersetting this one with anything. So adjust however you need to. And then when you're ready, let's go back to that 8 to 12, 15 max, depending on what weight you have, how you're feeling today. Keep going here. Here's whatever rep range is good for you today. That's 11 for me and 12. Shake it out. We're gonna do that one more time. Grab a little water if you need it. If you don't need the rest, you can step side to side. And we'll go in 5. Get those weights up, get ready, and drop it down. Try to challenge yourself on this last round to maybe sink a little deeper into that squat. Okay, keep going here. All right, go ahead and set one of those weights down. If you still have your band on, you can definitely take it off, or you can leave it on. We're gonna go into a runner pull in. So you're gonna pull that weight out far in front of you. You're gonna drive that back knee forward as you pull the weight to your chest. Weight is optional. You probably want something maybe a little bit lighter if your shoulders are burning. Another option is just to bring that leg back, drive that knee high and forward. Give me your weight on your left leg. Arm pulling is optional. Ooh. Not expecting the band to burn this much on this one. All right, let's do one more here. Shake it out. Nice step down. We're gonna go the other side. Again, the shoulders are getting tired. Drop the weight or just hold it at your chest. Arms out in front. Drive that left knee up to the chest. You're not quite lunging when you come back, but keeping a slight bend in the knee. Lean into it a little more if you're having trouble holding your balance. All right, go ahead and shake it out. We're gonna superset that one with a curtsy lunge and then abduction. So weight's optional here. You can hold them by your side or in front. We're gonna drop it, the right leg back and across, curtsy, and then hip lift. We're just gonna do one side and lift. We've kind of got one weight down by my left side. The weight on the right side is kind of in front, just so I'm not moving it. That abduction every time. Curtsy lunge is uncomfortable for you. You can do a reverse lunge or a forward lunge. Make it a pick your own lunge workout. Keep going. One more. And then we're gonna switch sides. But before we switch sides, I want you to bring it down and pulse with me. For 5, you're welcome. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, 5 abductions. 5, 4. You know, it's gonna throw a little extra spice in there. 2, and 1. Shake it off, shake it off. Readjust, roll the shoulders back. When you're ready, left leg comes back and across, drop that back knee, and then lift it up to the side. Curtsy, back to the center, pause, and drop that foot if you need to. Notice how my front foot is staying pointed forward. My hips are kind of twisting a little to accommodate that step back and across. We got 2 more. We got that 5 count pulse and 5 rep abduction. So 5 count pulse, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 count abduction. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go back to that runner's lunge. Go ahead and take the band off if you choose. We're gonna bring those arms out in front. Shift the weight to our left leg. Right leg comes back, slight bend in the knee. You're gonna pull the weight in as you drive the high knee forward. Put some power into it and explode off that foot. Keep the weight at your chest if you need to. All right, shake it off. Switch sides. Left leg comes back. Again, holding the weight at your chest, stitching it all together, or pulling it in. Exhale when you drive the knee forward. Good, 1 more. All right, shake it out. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Pick up that other weight. We're going back to those curtsy lunges. Option to slide that booty band back on if you took it off. If not, just try to lift up a little bit higher if you can, without tipping too much to the side. All right, 2 more. Bring it down. 5 count pulse. Get a little lower. 3, 2, 1. Let's go 10 reps on this abduction. We're only doing 2 sets of these. Take your time. Shake it off, walk it off. I know you, but that left side was cramping. All right, shift your weight in your right leg. Left leg comes back and across, and then lift up. Nice job, Jen. Five more, friends. All right, bring it back for that 5 count pulse. When you're ready, if you need more time, take it. And then we've got 10 abductions out to the side. It's normal for the side to feel a little harder. Three, and 2, and last one. All right, shake it off, set those weights down. Grab some water if you need it. If you took that booty band off, now's a great time to slide it back on. Up above the knees. We've got fast feet with a squat pulse or a squat jump. So we're just gonna run it out. When I say stop, you're gonna drop into a squat pulse or you're gonna go for squat jumps. And get ready. And let's go fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Take it as fast or as slow as you need to. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, stop. Drop into that squat pulse or squat jumps. I'm not sure what's worse. All right, bring it up. Shake it out. We're gonna go back to that fast feet. In 5, 3, 2, and go. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Run it out, run it out, run it out. 20 seconds. Come on, you can do anything for 20 seconds. We got 5, 3. When I get to 1, drop it to that squat or squat jumps and go. Nice job taking those pulses, John. Ooh. All right, we got 5, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, shake it off. We'll do that one more time. Give the legs and glutes a little pat. Get circulation going. All right, fast feet and go. Run it out, run it out, run it out. Soft landing, soft landing. Good, teeny tiny little mouse. Pitter patter, pitter patter. I like my little Sophia with her tippy tops on the floor. Keep going, 3, 2, 1, drop it down, pulse it out. She is so mad at me today. Took her to the vet. She's not a happy girl. All right, we got 5, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, shake it off. Band is optional. So we have 2 options here. Single leg glute bridge, flat on the floor, or you can elevate up onto your box or the wall. Or if you have a box or bench, edge of your couch, comfy chair, ottoman, we're gonna go to single leg hip thrusts. So sit on your box or bench, slide down. You want just below your shoulder blades, edge of the bra, whatever feels comfortable on the box. Arms out by the side, no pressure or pushing into the box. Walk your feet out a little bit. Cross it over or stick it out. Lower, squeeze and lift. You can also just hold one leg out on the ground. If you want, it's kind of going to be the mild option. Medium, probably be crossing it over. Ooh. Squeeze and lift. Keep going here. If you're more advanced, you want to add a dumbbell or something to your hips, you can. Let's do one more. All right, and then bring it all the way down to the floor. Bring those knees into the chest. Just kind of rock them side to side, loosen them up a little bit. You can also butterfly. Hold forward if you want. And then when you're ready, you're gonna lift back up on to the edge of that box and do the other side. If you decided it's not comfortable for you, go ahead and come down, back on the floor, and you've got a glute bridge. Single leg elevated. You can do both legs elevated or take your single leg glute bridge elevation. Variation. Ooh. I can't even think straight while doing these. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's go 8. We're going to 12. Try to keep your neck relaxed and slightly tucked into your chin. Good, and bring it down. Quick little forward fold. If that's bothering your low back a little, just make it a smaller motion, so don't lower quite so far. And maybe try a double version until you get the hang of that one. All right, we're gonna do the other side. So leg out, leg straight and on the ground, or cross it over. And again, to make it smaller, just make it like 3 to 4 inches. You doing okay, Jen? Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Ooh, those catch up with you, don't they? Couple more. All right, bring it down. Roll your shoulders back a few times. And then when you're ready, we're gonna go to the other side. If you need somewhere in between, you can just lift the heel. Look up at the ceiling or look forward. We've got 8, 9, keep going, 10, and 12. All right, bring it down. Go ahead and come down flat on the floor. We're gonna elevate our feet and do some elevated glute bridges. So you can bring your feet up on to the edge of your bench or box, or you can also put them flat into a wall. Just maybe put a towel up if you need to, so you don't leave any footprints on the wall. Ask my husband how we know about that. And we're gonna lift. If you wanna take these single leg, you can. Or if you're feeling the hip thrust, you wanna keep going with the hip thrust, that's okay too. We're just doing both legs. Or whatever you want. All right, last one, bring it up, hold it up, pulse out against the band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Put those knees into your chest, rock side to side. Massage that low back a little bit. We're gonna do one more set of these. I know, my glutes are on fire too. All right, hands down on the ground. Get your feet in position and let's go. Exhale when you come up. All right, hold it up, pulse out against that band. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest or bring your feet under the outside edge of your mat. We're gonna rock the hips over to one side. Couple of deep breaths here. Keep both shoulders on the ground. If you want a bigger twist, you can kind of look opposite the direction of your knees. And then go ahead and switch sides when you're ready. All right, bring it back to center. Go ahead and come over into a side plank. You could also elevate this if you need to. We're gonna do elbow, side plank. Not quite side plank, clamshell position, sorry. So roll over onto one side, bend your knees 90 degrees. Ideally, you got the booty band on. If you took it off for some reason, put it back on. You're going to open up your legs into a clamshell, close, and then option to do a hip lift. Bring it back down, clamshell, hip lift. You may find it's more comfortable to kind of straighten yourself out a little bit more. Do that clam, and then lift up. Whatever position you choose, just make sure that your weight is slightly forward and you're not collapsing back onto that hip, bottom hip. Ooh, sliding all over the place over here. And again, option to just stay here with that clamshell. Let's do a couple more, whatever version you're taking. 2, last one, open that book, hold it open for 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, 1. Before we switch side, I want you to roll onto your back, hands underneath your hips. Bring your legs up. You're gonna lower them about 45 degrees, flutter kick. Closer you get to the floor, harder it is. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You can kind of curl up a little bit if you need to. And bring the knees in. Go ahead and come over onto that other side for that clamshell with the optional hip lift. Elbow side plank modification here. And you're gonna open, hand reaches up, lift those hips up off the floor. Clamp, side plank, lift. You can also do full, stretch out to full side plank if you really wanna get into that hip lift. But you're gonna have to straighten and curl your legs every time. Open your book, lift it up. Gets to be too much, bring it down. Just open your book, over and over. All right, go ahead and flip back over onto your back. We're going to do a bicycle crunch this time. So keep your band on, hands behind the head. We're gonna lift right elbow to left knee, left elbow, right knee, side to side. You can also just do the legs. The twist is not comfortable. Bend. Or you can bring the hands on by your side or under your hips and just bike it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and flip over onto that left side. Clamshell with the optional hip lift. Get in position and go. You do some of each. Couple more here. All right. Come flat on your back. Oh my gosh, it's raining. I was like, what the hell is that noise? Under your hips. We're gonna go back to those flutter kicks. So extend your legs up in the air. You can also kick up here if you want. Pick anywhere between here and just off the floor. And go. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, it's hailing. I can just see like outside the door. And there's like huge pellets of hail coming down. Okay, anyway, back to those clamshells. And open and close that book. Come up into that hip lift if you need it, if you want it. I'm not feeling it on this side. That's okay. Keep going here. Last one. If you opted not to do those hip lifts, go ahead and join me in a modified side plank for a count of 10. If you did the hip lifts, you can keep going with the clamshell or come up into the side plank. All right, bring it down. You got those bicycles. Hands behind the head. Twist and kick. Or just kick it out. Lift those shoulders really off the ground. Tuck the chin to the chest. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Almost there. 2 and 1. Go ahead and rock up. Come into tabletop. We are going to come into Catch my breath for a second after that one. All right, we're gonna finish with some donkey kicks and fire hydrants. You can come down to your forearms or up high. We've got 10 donkey kicks. Right into 10 fire hydrants on this left side. And then when you're done, you're gonna switch sides. And when you hit 10, right into those fire hydrants. Last one, wherever you're at, switch sides. Three, two, and one. Into those fire hydrants. All right, when you finish, switch legs. Right back to the other side. 10 donkey kicks, 10 fire hydrants. We're going right till the time runs out. Go ahead and switch sides. Almost there. Finish off those fire hydrants and we're done. Four, three, two, and one. Push back into a child's pose. Give those glutes a little break. Great job today, friends. Ooh, thanks for joining me. Be sure to stretch, get lots of water. Ugh. Should have taken the band off or curled up here.